You cannot change the business model as much as it has changed and not expect the contract to change too.
Right.
We're not going to keep doing incremental changes.
What's up, people? All right, welcome to the Ann Jones podcast, the Ann Jones daily experience, the Ann Jones World Experience podcast, whichever name you want to use. All right, it's why you mad Wednesdays. Yeah, man. To be honest, I'm not really mad about anything. Well, I am, but it's not that serious. All right. So let's dive right in. Okay, so the SAG-AFTRA, them folks over there. So they have joined the Writers Guild in the strike. So yeah, it's going down. Like, it's really going down. All right, so check this out. What we're gonna do is, I don't know if you guys have seen the video, but Fran Drescher, she is the spokesperson for, well, at least as far as what I can see, she's the spokesperson. And there was a press conference last week. So let's watch the video. Okay, let's watch the video of the press conference, and then we'll discuss.
Thank you, Duncan, and thank you, everybody, for coming to this press conference today. It's really important that this negotiation be covered because the eyes of the world, and particularly the eyes of labor, are upon us. What happens here is important because what's happening to us is happening across all fields of labor.
This is true.
By means of when employers make Wall Street and greed their priority, and they forget about the essential contributors that make the machine run.
Agreed.
We have a problem.
We can agree with that, right?
And we are experiencing that right at this moment. This is a very seminal hour for us. I went in earnest, thinking that we would be able to avert a strike. The gravity of this move is not lost on me or our negotiating committee or our board members who have voted unanimously to proceed with a strike. It's a very serious thing that impacts thousands, if not millions of people all across this country and around the world. Not only members of this union, but people who work in other industries that service the people that work in this industry.
Okay.
And so it came with great sadness that we came to this crossroads, but we had no choice. We are the victims here. We are being victimized by a very greedy entity. I am shocked by the way the people that we have been in business with are treating us. I cannot believe it, quite frankly. How far apart we are on so many things. How they plead poverty, that they're losing money left and right when giving hundreds of millions of dollars to their CEOs. It is disgusting.
Wow.
Shame on them. They stand on the wrong side of history at this very moment. We stand in solidarity, in unprecedented unity. Our union and our sister unions and the unions around the world are standing by us, as well as other labor unions. Because at some point, the jig is up. You cannot keep being dwindled and marginalized
The jig is
and
up.
disrespected and dishonored. The entire business model has been changed
That's true.
by streaming, digital, AI. This is a moment of history. That is a moment of truth. If we don't stand tall right now, we are all going to be in trouble. We are all going to be in jeopardy of being replaced by machines and big business. Who cares more about Wall Street than you and your family? Most of Americans don't have more than $500 in an emergency. This is a very big deal, and it weighed heavy on us. But at some point, you have to say no. We're not going to take this anymore. You people are crazy. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Privately, they all say we're the center of the wheel. Everybody else tinkers around our artistry. But actions speak louder than words. And there was nothing there. It was insulting. So we came together in strength and solidarity and unity with the largest strike authorization vote in our union's history. And we made the hard decision that we tell you as we stand before you today. This is major. It's really serious. And it's going to impact every single person that is in labor. We are fortunate enough to be in a country right now that happens to be labor friendly. And yet, we were facing opposition that was so labor unfriendly, so tone deaf to what we are saying. You cannot change the business model as much as it has changed and not expect the contract to change too.
Right.
We're not going to keep doing incremental changes on a contract that no longer honors what is happening right now with this business model that was foisted upon us. What are we doing? Moving around furniture on the Titanic? It's crazy.
Whoa.
So the jig is up, AMPTP.
Yo.
We stand tall. You have to wake up and smell the coffee. We are labor and we stand tall and we demand respect and to be honored for our contribution. You share
y'all.
the wealth because you cannot exist without us. Thank you.
Well, how about that? That poor Titanic, big Titanic sank 9,000 years ago and still getting dragged underwater. But so what y'all think about that? How about that? See, the problem is that these systems that are in place, right? The problem with these systems is at some point in time they don't work anymore. And you still have these people in place and these, like she said, these quote unquote CEOs and all these people, and they want to act like puppet masters and pull people around and do all these different things, and no, it just don't work. And like she said, creative people have always been taken advantage of. From me being an artist myself, artists, singers, everybody's been taken advantage. Now those walls are cracking, chipping, and breaking down, and we just not gonna stand for it anymore. Period. End of story. Fran, you did that. She did that. So now that you have this joint union strike going on, okay, who's gonna come in now and say, okay, this is what we can do, or do the people at hand just go in and break it up. Just break it up. Just break it up and start from scratch. Get rid of them, get them out of here, and start from scratch. That's my solution to it. Yeah, you might say it's easier said than done, but not so much. Black people got together in Alabama and shut down that bus system, right? Rosa Parks, they ain't had buses since, because the power of the people got together and said, we're not dealing with this, and shut it down. And they haven't been able to come back. Think about that. See, I think people forget about no, there's no think. People have forgotten about the strength in numbers. Just not saying from the perspective of protesting. No, of course, when there's protests, people come out, they support, whatever. Got you. I'm talking about when it's coming down to, changing the status quo, or this is a great, this union strike is a great way of showing, coming together and say, you know what? We've had enough. Without us, there is no you. So what we doing? Or are we going to be at an impasse? What we doing? So that's what's going on in the acting world. So definitely we want to stay abreast of this story. And wow, it's a lot. So, I talk to my mother a lot about different things that we see going on. And this is another thing that bothers me. This whole automobile industry. Now, have you noticed? Well, I know you noticed. I'm just asking. I'm just presenting the question in this way. Okay? Have you noticed that when you go out to buy a car, you're buying a car from a dealership? Why can't we go to the automaker and buy a car? Why is it that they set up this whole scam? Because that's what it is. You do know that it's a scam, right? Where you set up these financial institutions and say, okay, you know what? We don't have no money. So what we're going to do is we're going to partner with these guys and say, hey, listen, we know X, Y, and Z. So if a car only really costs $5,000 to make, okay, so let's set it up where they can only buy a car actually through us. We'll give you your cut, plus a little bit on top, and then we take ours. And then you have millions of people in debt for cars that they can't afford. Because a car doesn't really cost $35,000 to buy. You do know that, right? So why, as a public, that the people haven't gotten their brains together to understand that the whole automobile industry is a scam? And people are being scammed, and it messes up your credit. It puts you in debt. It's a whole circle of stuff that's going on that these systems need to be broken and crap, because it's ruining people. Now it's getting to the point where it's trickled down to the whole used cars business. Now you can't even buy you gotta have a 10,000 credit report in order for you to get this car. Then on top of it, you buy a car, right? Let's hypothetically say a Nissan Sentra, right? So after you buy the Nissan Sentra or lease, because you're really not buying it because you haven't given them a check to cover the whole cost of the car, so you're really technically not buying it. Basically what you're doing is leasing it, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't own it, because if you miss a payment, they're going to come and collect it. They're going to come and pick it up on a tow truck. So technically, you really don't own the car. All right, so let's think about that. All right, so now you paid $35,000 for this Nissan Sentra, okay? Where after 2 years, now they send you a letter saying, you know what, we want to offer you a new deal. All you got to do is come in with $2,500, but you haven't finished paying off this car that you quote unquote own, right? So now you're upside down in this car and you're getting a new one, but in order to pay off this car, now your new car payments are going to be $800 a month for a Nissan Sentra. For $800 a month, you may as well go get a Bentley. I'm just saying. I'm just asking a question. You let me know what you think. All I know is The whole thing is a sham, sham, scam, and people need to really be aware of when they go to these places and buy these cars. What are you really getting yourself into? Okay? Now you get to the point you lose your job, hypothetically saying, you lose your job, or a pandemic, nobody's working. Well, you bought this car, so we don't care that it's a pandemic and you're not working. You got to make these payments or else we coming to get the car. Oh, okay, well, you know what? Come and get it. Really, that's all you can say. But in the meantime, while they're coming to get it, your so-called credit is ruined. Okay? I was watching this show on what's the streaming service? We Dream TV, right? So what happened was the woman was speaking, right? So she was speaking about credit, how you can fix your credit, and these are the different things about credit, and blah 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 blah. The next time it comes on, I'm gonna record it. So what she said was she put up this pie chart, right? And the pie chart basically showed that 35% of your credit is based on you paying on time, whatever. Then there's another 15% that's based on how much you spend or whatever. Then there was a 10% of how much you did this or how. So again, the whole thing goes back to who put these systems in place to give them the right to manage your credit or manage what you do or this or that. Who put these systems in place and made it regulatory for that to happen? I'm just, like I said, I'm just posing this as conversation pieces for you guys. I just want you guys to think. I'm just putting food on the table for us to think about. That's all. Because we were having these conversations, and it just makes for a good conversation. Why can't I go to BMW factory in Germany and buy BMW right off the belt? Why do I have to go to John's BMW, fill out an application for some bottled water financial services that's going to charge me 24% on a car where the car actually costs $15,000, but by the time I walk out of there, it's $50,000. Then you buy a car, you want to add floor mats. It's $500. You want to add a spoiler. It's $1,200. I want better tires because I drive a lot. Well, it's going to be $500 each for. It's like, and you know what's funny with that? It's like the airlines have caught up to it, right? They do the same thing. You buy an airline ticket. Okay, well, this is your base airline ticket. It's $500. Now, if you want a extra leg room because you're tall, okay, because they only make the seats for people that are average height of 5'8" and 5'9", okay? So now that's an extra $65 going and coming, all right? So now if you want to sit in the first 10 rows of the plane, that's another $75, okay? If you want to take 2 bags, that's another $50 because your bag is over 50 pounds. What is happening? I remember as much as I can about flying when I was a kid. Okay? Those exuberant calls, where did all this, oh, well, fuel has gone up, so we have to find a way to adjust for the amount of fuel that we're paying for now. Y'all let me know. Let me know what you think about that. I'm just giving you, and those are plenty of reasons to be mad, right? You think, and you know, you buying an airline ticket, you think the ticket is $129, but then by the time you finish, it's $329. Just makes you go, Frontier Airlines has this summer pass, right? So it's $299, right? Right? You can go look. It's $299. You fly from now to like maybe September, November, maybe January, something like that. Okay, and you can fly anywhere Frontier goes for like $15 or something like that. So you do that, right? So when you book your flight, now there's an airline booking fee. There's a carry your luggage on the plane fee. There's a now I can, reserve my seat fee. There's a if I want to sit on the aisle versus a window seat fee. So really ask yourself, what's going on here? I don't know. So it's a lot to be mad about, right? But I don't think we should be mad. I think we as a people just really need to sit back, and when we see these things, well, we should just take into consideration before we jump so fast into certain things, and just ask the questions why, and just figure out a way to say, you know what, this don't work for me. All right, like Fran said, we are laborers. So why is it that the average American family doesn't have $500 for an emergency? Why is it that when something happens, FEMA is dishing out 13, 14, 15, 16 million dollars, to people because people don't have food, don't have running water. Anyway, that's a whole, that's a whole other show, and we'll talk about that later. All right. So, what are your thoughts, people? What are your thoughts? In other news, Brittany Spears. It's my girl. Love Brittany. All right. So Brittany got into a little bit of a, as Judge Judy would say, one of my favorite words, a little kerfuffle. Right. So she wanted to take a picture with basketball star, whatever, and she went to, she tapped him on the shoulder, and apparently his security backhand slapped her. She fell on the floor, whatever. All right. And people were actually making fun of her, talking about she got what she deserved, all this other stuff. So she posted a video, all right? And let's take a look at the video. Y'all watch this. We'll be back.
Hi, so I wanted to share with you guys an incident that happened in Vegas that a lot of people are talking about. And I heard on the news, this radio station talking smack and talking shit, that's why I'm addressing it, saying that I deserve to be smacked. Security was doing their job and protecting their client. I've been with the most famous people in the world. In sync at one time, girls would like literally throw themselves at them. On my way into the place, actually, I was knocked down by like 3 12-year-olds trying to get my picture. My security not one time touched them or even came near them. Point being is, I didn't appreciate the people saying that I deserve to be hit, because no woman ever deserves to be hit. I simply tapped him on the back, and I was backhanded, hit my face, it came back on the floor. My best friend picked me up and held me. And I did get an apology at my table 30 minutes later, but I have yet to receive a public apology. And that's it.
Okay, so what do you guys think about Brittany? Brittany said that, her growing up being the superstar that she is, she never, ever had her security put hands on a fan that just wanted to take a picture. And I myself felt like that was really, really, truly disgusting behavior. Okay? Besides the fact that, she's a fan of this athlete, the fact that she's a woman, okay, and the fact that she's a global superstar, whatever problems or situations that she has going on or has had going on, the woman is still a global superstar. And most of her music is still outselling most of the superstars of music today. Okay? Her one record, Toxic, will outsell pretty much anybody. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. So, what do y'all think about Miss Spears and that situation? She said she did get an apology 30 minutes later at her table, but what about the public apology? I mean, that's really, really embarrassing for somebody to backhand slap you and you fall on the floor and you are who you are. She is who she is. You know what I mean? I don't think her approach was disrespectful. I don't think. I mean, she says, "Hi, hey, how are you? Hi, my name is Brittany Spears. I'm a fan. Can we take a picture?" And then you get mollywopped in the face. Like, really? I don't know. Yes, the balloons are still here, doing their thing in the corner. Now it's just half a Loch Ness monster. So they're doing their thing. There's still some air. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them still, but they are there. I think we're gonna call this to a close. I really just wanted to address the whole Fran Drescher. That's her name, right? Okay. I really wanted you guys to know. On a serious tip, I really wanted to have that discussion with you guys, and let me know what you think. And yeah, we're just in our pre-launch, so I'm only doing half-hour episodes at the moment. Also, keep in mind, UBC TV, Freecast TV, channel 3844. Go to freecasttv.com, download the app. It's free. Great content. There's sports, there's music, there's fashion, there's reality, there's unscripted, there's comedy. Definitely got some great content, and there's a lot more great content coming on the Urban Broadcast channel on Freecast TV. So make sure you go and download the Freecast TV app at freecasttv.com. Create an account. It's simple. Sign up. Have fun. Enjoy. Stream. All of that good stuff. And I'm your host, Ann Jones, and this is the Ann Jones Podcast. And that's it for Why You Mad Wednesdays. I'll see you on Throwback Thursday. Peace. That's the red carpet smile.